was tagged in this man's video. Actually, I was tagged a couple of times. I'm going to post 2 videos from this creator and then come in on the back end.
Isn't it strange that a woman is rarely a hoe until she tells a man no? Men universally have an ownership mentality towards women. This transcends race, social status, or income. Women are globally seen as something to own or conquer, and her life and body only exist at the behest of men. That's why you wear a ring when you're married, so other men know you belong to a man, like a slave, brand, or product label. No ring, no owner. But the size and value of the ring determine if that woman can be poached by another man with greater wealth and social status. That's why famous musicians always sing about fucking your wife and sending her back home soiled and used up. See, the thing is, in men's eyes, every woman, especially attractive women, should belong to an owner. That's why marriage, motherhood, and patriarchy is forced upon women, and any woman rebelling against the status quo or bear children without an owner is shamed as undesirable and a blight on society. This is why men created so-called whore culture, to force women unwilling to be tied to an owner into industries and lifestyles that degrade and destroy their natural abilities to evolve. The clothing, the dances, the music, and the visual content are all created, controlled, and financed by men. There isn't a single branch of so-called whore culture that is controlled by women. And men pay top dollar to any woman willing to partake in this male-driven and controlled industry. The more overtly sexual the woman is, the more money she makes. This influences other women without owners that have been shunned in society to join the ranks to gain access to the money and attention they've been deceived into believing they need to have value. Even the very shoes women wear are created to enhance the sexual image of a woman. Although most shoes worn by women, like high heels, are a detriment to their health. Their undergarments, like bras, were designed with sexual enhancement in mind and not their health and well-being. Even the medical procedures women go through to enhance their bodies, they're not designed to make them stronger, correct back or organ problems, or awaken their reproductive organs. No, they are only reserved for the visual pleasure of men. The problem has never been so-called whore culture because, listen, let's face it, it is the oldest profession in the world. So, if they didn't stop it during the time the divine was burning entire cities and knocking biblical fornicators' heads between the tablets and the unleavened bread oven, we can be confident that women being a part of so-called whore culture isn't a problem for men. Nah. The problem men are having in this modern era is for the first time in human history, women finally have the freedom to say no, profit from their own sexuality, and prevent men from gaining access to them. It was never about being overtly sexualized, weaves, lashes, makeup, nails, twerking, or body count. Let me tell you something. Truth be told, men have proven throughout history we love that shit immensely. It is the chef's kiss. It's always been about access to the lack. It's always been about access or the lack thereof. And now that access have been denied, now it's time to clean this shit up. Nah, y'all wildin'. Fuck out of here. Yes, you are absolutely correct. This is one of the many reasons why single women and child-free women are shamed, because in this patriarchal social construct, you are supposed to be aligned with an owner. You're supposed to belong to someone. Someone is supposed to have a ring on you. Put a ring on it so that the world knows that you are the property of a male, of a man. And when you're walking around without your freedom papers or your ownership papers, your branding, you're shamed, because how dare you? How dare you be controlling the trajectory of your life? How dare you, as a woman, make your own choices and have the freedom to move to and fro without having to answer to an owner? How dare you? Because why would anyone feel offended or feel like there's something wrong with you because you're single without children? What does you being single and having children have to do with the other millions of men that have no interest in you? What is the point? Why are you being single and child free such a sore spot for them? And it's because in their eyes, you should be owned by someone. Someone needs to have you locked down to make sure that you women don't run amok and don't get yourselves caught up into all of the different fibers of society and start to run things, start to control things, start to display that you are actually more capable than most men of your peer. Yes, absolutely. This is why you're shamed, because they feel like marriage is the end all and be all. It's not. Marriage is just the beginning, to be honest with you. It's maintaining a marriage is where the work starts. But that's another topic. Peace.
He smashed those videos. Hot like fire. Smashed. No other words need to be said. But I will say some things. So we have been talking on my page about how women's unpaid labor is what builds up whole communities, whole societies. And it happens because women have historically been the property of men in some form or fashion. And men created laws to where women had no choices but to be the property of men. And that is the reason why men are flailing right now. They don't have that built-in resource. Now, when he's talking about sex, that was built in. It was part of the equation. Women were there for the pleasure of men, our bodies, and to serve. So now that women actually own our own bodies, men do not know how to adjust and to just be normal and decent human beings that attract women. Now, men still get mad at someone like me. Even though I am married, I am a fully functional human, and I see myself as an individual despite the fact that I am in a relationship, and the fact that I am perfectly okay. Actually, I support women who decide to be single. I support women who decide to forego motherhood. I support women having choices. I support women who decide to get married. And so that makes me a problem, because I don't just go along with the status quo of you get married, you have babies, you live happily ever after, you're attached to a man. I am attached to a man. I am married, but I'm still an individual with my own individual thoughts. Now, the reason why these dudes are just heated about women who have been single mothers, getting some shine later, regrouping, they are not mad at those women per se. They just don't want other women to get some ideas. They don't want women to see single and happy women and get some ideas like, I don't have to just get married to be happy. They don't want to see child-free women just living it up and going on vacations when they want to. They don't want that. So the fact that so many of us are promoting choices, that becomes a problem, because the fairy tale the fairy tale is getting burst. It's like the blindfold is coming off. Women are not just going right along with what we're supposed to do. And I love that for us. And I will keep showing these videos. And I know that people get so confused, like, oh my God, you're just talking down on men. And no, I'm not. I am promoting choices for women. Ladies, this message is for you. Do what you want without worrying about the validation, opinions, and head pats of ex-wives. Do what you want. Anyways, jump in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, share.